Today, our daughter's school was closed, so instead of staying home, we decided to turn it into a family adventure. We headed to the Honolulu Children's Discovery Center, which opens at 9 a.m. on Fridays as Kamaʻāina residents. Admission was only $12 each for our family. The second floor is currently under renovation, but there was still so much to explore on the first and third floor.
Let's go for adventure. Let's go for adventure. Let's go for adventure.
Ooh,
Today,
love it.
let's go for adventure today.
As we drove through Honolulu, I couldn't stop noticing all the colorful, vibrant murals and artwork painted throughout the city. Art has a way of making everyday places feel full of life. When we arrived, our daughter looked at the giant smiling face painted on the building and asked, "Are we going to the happy place?" She had been excited ever since the night before when we looked through photos on the website together. We talked about all the fun things she might discover, and by the time we arrived, she could hardly wait to explore inside. One of my favorite parts of parenting is following her curiosity. She wandered from one exhibit to another, leading the adventure herself. There was a stuffed animal vet clinic where little imaginations become caring doctors. There were boats, beaches, music rooms, and hands-on exhibits inviting children to create stories of their own. The entire space encouraged creativity, exploration, and wonder. There was even an exhibit that let us become TV news anchors on camera, which gave us all a good laugh. She especially loved climbing aboard a life-size Honolulu city bus, pretending to be both the driver and the passengers. I loved how closely it resembled the real buses we see every day around Oʻahu, helping children connect play with the world around them. What impressed me most about this museum wasn't just how fun it was. It introduces children to everyday life through imagination, education, and play. There was even an exhibit about money that reminded me how important it is to keep having intentional conversations about saving, spending, sharing, and giving. As someone who loves books, another favorite space was the children's library. Watching our daughter surrounded by stories reminded me how much literacy opens doors to curiosity, empathy, and possibility. Upstairs, the cultural exhibits became another highlight. We stepped into different countries through food, clothing, celebrations, music, and traditions, and seeing displays inspired by places like Vietnam and Korea reminded me that learning about different cultures helps children grow into compassionate, curious citizens of the world. After about an hour and a half of exploring, we walked about 10 minutes over to Moku Kitchen for lunch, a farm-to-table restaurant that Will discovered. We enjoyed pineapple cider, fish and chips, garlic green beans, fettuccine bolognese, a kid's cheese pizza, and finished with creme brulee. Even walking through the neighborhood afterwards, I kept noticing more beautiful artwork everywhere we looked. By lunchtime, all that running and exploring had finally caught up with our little adventurer. Daddy carried her all the way back to the car. Diamond Head also appeared in the distance, reminding me how often Hawaii surprises us with incredible views when we're simply going from one place to another. Then came the question we've been hearing more and more lately. Where are we going next? She has fallen in love with going on adventures. Will smiled and said, one more adventure before we go home. So we drove to Nuʻuanu Pali Lookout. One of the many perks of being Hawaii residents is that parking here is free with our Hawaii ID. The drive itself feels like part of the experience. Towering green mountains surrounded us as if nature were gently wrapping its arm around the road. And when we arrived, the wind greeted us immediately. It was one of those classic Pali days where the breeze almost takes your breath away. The last time we stood here was in 2023 when we were visiting Hawaii. Back then, we never imagined we'd be returning 3 years later as residents, standing in the exact same place while recreating our family photo reminded me how much life can change in just a few years. Sometimes the dreams you're quietly hoping for become the life you're actually living now. Places like this always give me perspective. The mountains reminded me how small today's worries really are. The endless views invite me to slow down, breathe deeply, and remember that healing doesn't happen by rushing. Healing happens one breath at a time, one present moment at a time, one intentional choice at a time. I've learned that change and uncertainty never fully disappear. We always have a choice in how we respond. We can continue chasing the next achievement, or we can align our lives with what truly matters. We thrive when our life reflects our values. We transform through intentional choices. We stay rooted in who we are while continuing to grow into who we're becoming. we're all works in progress. Every season is shaping us. Every choice is becoming part of our story. Life is made up of the choices that shape us, the values that align us, the roots that anchor us, the growth that stretches us, the grace that carries us, and the love that guides us forward. As I reflect on today, I realize it wasn't about checking destinations off a list. It's about creating memories, following curiosity, being present, and choosing alignment over urgency. Back at home, we ended the day in the simplest way. We recently bought an electric grill and Will reheated our leftovers from lunch. We jokingly call it Will's Grill, and somehow even leftovers feel a little more special cooked together. I hope this video reminds you to explore somewhere new, embrace curiosity, slow down enough to notice the beauty already surrounding you, and intentionally create a life that feels true to who you are becoming. Mahalo for spending this day with us. Thank you for joining us here at Healing